Please tell us what happened in this incident.
Okay. Thank you for having me. Last night at approximately 9 o'clock in the evening, KwaZulu Private Ambulance Service responded to the R56 near Umkomaas Valley and Ixopo for reports of an accident. To their surprise, when they got there, they found that a bus had lost control and overturned, carrying 58 passengers, of which 10 of those passengers sustained critical injuries. Amongst the injured were also 2 children. That one of them was approximately 18 months old.
Sure. So what can you tell us about the condition of the passengers who got injured? Craig, you say that 10 had critical injuries and 2 were children. One was 18 months old. What do we know since the time of the incident?
We know that majority of the patients were transported to various hospitals in Pietermaritzburg, and the 22 patients that sustained minor injuries were transported to local facilities in the Ixopo area. We haven't had any further updates on their conditions at the moment, as they're still quite busy in the hospitals.
And could you describe the scene? What was it like? You talk about the bus driver seeming to have lost control. Did it go down an embankment or it overturned? And how hard was it operating around that scene?
Well, you can imagine 58 patients is a lot of patients. And there would have been a lot of ambulance services and fire service and protection services all attending scene. So there would have been great difficulty in visualizing what was actually happening. So there was limited light resources during the night, as well as the distances. Some ambulances would have to carry their patients back to the ambulances to be able to treat them in a light and comfortable environment. So all in all, I think the conditions on scene were quite difficult and tiresome, but the emergency crews on scene, together with fire and traffic services, did an exemplary job.
But at this point, all operations have been concluded in that area?
Yes, everything has been cleared, and as far as we're aware, that the bus has been towed to Pietermaritzburg, where it's further going under investigation.
All right, I've got to thank you for this update. That's Craig Botha there. He speaks on behalf of the KZN Private Ambulance Service, reporting on yet another bus crash in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. It was just a few weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, that we were reporting on another incident. If I am not mistaken, that must have been around the area of Newcastle in KwaZulu-Natal, and there were quite a number of people who were hurt in that particular incident. So perhaps there's something to look into there in terms of mass public transportation, the state of that, and other factors that come into play, roadworthiness, driver training, the road conditions, etc., etc. Of course, it's not the first incident that we've reported. I think in the area of Ulundi last year, there was an incident that I reported on, well, at least from studio.